Hi, everyone. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to create our own graphic for our website, specifically the Elements of Art section on our website. And we're going to do that by using Google Drawing. So let me show you how we're going to start out. This lesson is going to be a little intense. It's going to be a little bit long. So feel free to watch it first and then go back and do it along with me. Or watch it as many times as you need to, okay? All right, so the first step is we are going to go back to our folder, and inside that folder, you remember we created the Google Drawing, so that's where it lives. Okay, I'm going to open it up. Okay, the first step in this process is we're going to create some guides. So this here is the artboard, this checkered board. This is the artboard. And we want to create margins around the artboard. Okay, if you can see up here at the top, there is a ruler. And also over here on the left, there's a ruler as well. Let me zoom in so you can see that a little bit. Okay, so what these rulers have in them is a little tool that will help us create a border. Okay, so if I click on this left ruler and click and hold and pull, I'm going to see this little line that comes up. Okay, to get rid of the line, I have my finger on the mouse still, so I'm clicking and dragging. So I click the ruler, and I hold that mouse down, and then I pull it. Don't let your finger up off the mouse, and you can see it. The moment that you let the finger up, it's gone. So I'm going to click and drag, and actually what I'm going to do is when I click and drag, I'm going to drag to this little line here. Okay, and this line lines up right here along this gridded artboard. Okay, so let me show you how it's done. Click and drag. I'm holding the mouse down, and I'm going to just drag it right, and it'll snap right to that first one and let go. And once I do that, these other lines will pop up. Okay, this is the center of your document right here. Okay, and that way we know where the center is. It shows us right here, right in the middle, right here in this dot is the center. Okay, it's divided it into 4 sections. Pretty easy. All right, now what I want to do is I've got my first guide set up. I want my second guide set up, and I want it over here. So I want it to go to this line right here. In order to do that, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with this one, except I'm going to pull it all the way over here. So click the ruler, hold the mouse down still, and drag that line. I'm dragging it all the way over here until it clicks in place and let go. Perfect. Now I've got my left and right margins set up. Now I'm going to do the top and the bottom. Okay, I'm going to do this exactly the same way. So I'm going to click on the ruler. I'm going to hold the mouse down, and I'm going to drag it. And I'm going to drag it right to that first line right there. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Click, drag, hold. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to go right there, that first line. So if I zoom in here, I can see that it's aligned with that first notch here and the first notch here. And if I were to go down here at the bottom, I can see that this bottom line is aligned with the first notch, and the top one is as well. Okay, I got my guide set up. Now, the next step is we're going to create a title. Okay, and this is going to be fun. So we're going to create a title. And the way we do it is select the text box right here and click anywhere. Okay, this will populate on your artboard. We're going to title it the same for everybody. So the Elements of Art. You can add an exclamation point. I can't speak today. Exclamation point if you want. Otherwise, yeah, you just leave it that way. Bless me. Okay, so that's boring, right? This is a boring title. We want it to be a little bit more fun. So one way of making it fun is I like to select it. We can go up here to fonts. Now these are preloaded fonts that Google has in here. However, you can add more. So if you want to search for more fonts, you can go here, and this gives you a preview of what the font looks like. Let's see if I can find a fun one. How about, I like lobster. I'm going to click on lobster to make it activated in my Google account. So I'm going to click lobster and select OK. That automatically changed my font to lobster, okay? But I still think it's pretty small, and I kind of want it in the center. So I'm going to select it all, and I'm going to go to maybe 72. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, 72. What I can, oops, I moved that line. I'm going to go backwards. Okay. What I can do is actually, this line right here in the text box means it's the center of the text. So if I align that with the center line, I know that my text is centered on the document, okay? So I'm going to select it all, actually. Actually, I don't need to do that. I just want to make sure it's selected and click center. There we go. Now my text is centered and it's right in the middle. I'm actually going to move it down so the of art is below the center line here, and the elements is above it. So that way it's even more centered. And if I drag it and I see that all of the guidelines are red, I know I've got it perfectly centered. So it's perfectly centered right now. I'm gonna keep it that way. All right, that's our first step. Stay tuned for more steps later. Okay.